We had another great day of basketball in the Cossa Challenge today. It was a day with a few less upsets, but still plenty of drama and surprises, and even a few rule changes or challenges. Let's start with the Midwest, where yesterday we saw the upset of the number 1 seed by the number 8 seed when the Big Hurt put on a shooting clinic against the number 1 seeded Slugs. In the number 2 spot, the Lex Luthers, led by Greg Lex of the class of '92, was caught by surprise by the Superman effort of Patrick Reedy and the Raging Raid Balls, 65-37. Patrick Reedy shot 55% and set a strong message to Lex Luthor and others that his team has no kryptonite weakness. If you missed this one, you will definitely want to catch the replay. Now, the elaborate defensive schemes of the number 3 seed Harry Beavers was no match for the penetration of Craig Izzo and the 88ers. The shots were just simply not falling for them, and the 88ers won this one by a 26-point margin and will advance to the Sweet 16, where they will take on the Ragin' Reed Balls on Friday, April 17th. In the final game in the Midwest, it was between the 5-26 Tiger Kings and the Beakers, led by high school phenom Chris Seipel from '88. The shots just simply weren't falling for the Beakers, but they were for Evan Hagenkamp of 2011, as the Tiger Kings won 66-38. They will meet the Big Hurt in the Sweet 16 this Thursday, April 16th. And there you had the Midwest, where not a single top seed managed to make it to the Sweet 16. In the West region, there was only one game left to play. The battle between the elder and the younger Siplas, as the Sipla Slammers met the Young Guns. The Young Guns feature Quinn Sipla, who is a freshman at Miami, who has begun the work of starting an interest group that will become a Kappa Sig colony at Miami. The elder Sipla, known for being competitive as a wrestler but not as a basketball player in high school, figured to be an easy out. But there was some controversy in the game. Here to tell us about it is the Cossa Challenge commissioner. Yes, thank you. The issue that we can see had to deal with the fact that the Sipla Slammers used an extra rebounder. This is explicitly forbidden in the rules provided to the contestants as listed in the program and as mentioned in the instructional video. Now, this would have disqualified the Slammers had the Young Guns not used the same rebounder. Now, as a result, the committee agreed to let the results stand in this head-to-head matchup as if there wasn't a rebounder. And we want to remind all participants that going forward, you must get your own rebound. Yes, we know that you're all out of shape. That is the point. Okay, so with that, thank you, Commissioner. Stay close because I think there were a couple other games where we might need your opinion on the overall rulings. So the Rules Committees permitted the game to continue, and the Young Guns squeaked by the Sipla Slammers in a score of 29-19, and they'll face the Mac Attack in the Sweet 16. In the South, the long-waited for 1v8 battle with star Brad Mikes of the Molly Hatchet in the class of '82 gave a performance of his career, scoring 53 points and shooting 63%. But it was not enough to beat the quick and accurate number 1 seed Redskins, who scored 84 points, leaving no confusion about their intention to make it to the championship game. Their star, Luke Meisner, class of 2011, looks like he is the one to beat in the South, and no doubt took a clue from yesterday's upset results to make sure that he doubled down and avoid any surprises. He'll be playing against the Bricks of Madison County on Thursday, April 16th. In the final game in the South, we saw another upset as Craig Stigno, who is best known for his beer drinking, upset Alan Higgins and the Longest Trees. Higgins once tried out for the Boston Celtics, but had trouble gaining access to a gym and a hoop during the COVID-19 regulations. This opened the door for the Schwarzbiers, and now they'll face off against the 2020 champ UD Flyers on Thursday. In the East, we have several games that were played today. In the 1 versus 8 seeding, the Dancing Bears, led by KSTUAA treasurer Jim Lewis, played with determination and heart, but scored only 32 points, and it was not enough to catch the number 1 seed, Cash Money Productions, who scored 63 points without breaking a sweat. This sets up the second father and son battle in the tournament, when the number 1 seed meets number 5, the Laughing Bears, on Thursday, April 16th. The number 7 Mooseheads and star Matt Smith from 1987 overcame a broken finger to cause a surprisingly close game with the number 2 Arrows. The Arrows star, Tyler Dill, looked like he was still shaking off the beating that he got against Capital just a week earlier. But the Arrows still rallied and prevailed, 55-35, and will advance to meet the winner of the 3 and 6 matchup. The Turtles and Bearcats came in with identical records, but it was the Bearcat star, Mason DeLuca, that shocked everyone as a number 6 seed and scoring 76 points, the second highest in the first round. The Turtles and their star, Garrett Reinhardt, couldn't keep up, shooting only 45% from the field and scoring just 56% or 56 points. So the Bearcats will advance to the Sweet 16, and we'll have a battle of new side chapter GMCs, as Tyler recently left the Grand Master of Ceremonies role and Mason picked it up in December. Now, I mentioned that there was controversy about the Bearcats game. Commissioner, can you tell us about it? Yes, we had a protest about the distance that the Bearcats were shooting from and the concern about it not being 15 feet. If you notice on this picture of the drive, which we studied, there are 2 widths for a vehicle, and this measurement is typical of a 15 feet width, and we ruled that those results were valid. The second issue came with scoring. This was a problem with several of the games where people started counting down after the first 60 seconds were up. Now, the rules state that the score is in the first 60 seconds and that you must state your name and the round in that first part of the video. So you don't get extra time for that. As a result, the Bearcats lost 1 point because the time had already expired before what he thought was a last-second shot had been released. Now, in other cases in the first round, like in the game with the Lex Luthors, the judges had to make a determination because Greg Lex made his long dedication remarks before playing instead of after, as asked. This simple rule will be enforced more closely as the competition gets more serious in the coming rounds. Again, the scores made in the first 60 seconds are the ones that count. Back to you, Wes. Thank you, Commissioner. And there you have it. The first round is complete, and we're moving to the Sweet 16. 2 number ones have fallen. 2 continue on. 2 number 2s fall, and 2 move on. None of our number 3 seeds made it, and only 1 number 4 seed prevailed. Tune in to the YouTube channel on Thursday and Friday for continuing coverage and action in the only COVID-19 socially distancing compliant real basketball competition happening in the United States. Please show your support and make a donation to KSTUAA, AKDB, and good night.